little over 4 years ago, I began work on a creative project that over the years has taken on several forms, but keeps evolving into something new. Let me take you through the journey, from where it started to where it's at now, and along the way, show you my moments of what I'm calling Inspir-AI-tion. When this project started, I was immersed in machine learning systems that could generate text and classify images, using them for both work and my own learning. Then a groundbreaking tech demo called "This Person Does Not Exist" was launched, and I was absolutely blown away. It made me want to train my own StyleGAN model using my own images. While most examples and tutorials online used pre-existing artwork like Pokemon or anime images, I wanted something unique and personal rather than relying on someone else's art. Luckily, just outside my window, there was a beautiful red maple tree, and it was starting to drop its leaves. I saw this as a perfect opportunity and captured over 1,500 pictures of fallen leaves, each photographed against a gray background using only my iPhone. Although not as extensive as the best image datasets out there, it was sufficient for my experiments. My focus was on proof of concepts and making art, not achieving technical perfection. The process of collecting and photographing these leaves became an art project of its own, but seeing the potential of the ML system is what motivated me to take these hundreds of pictures. It was the first spark of Inspir-AI-tion for this project. After training my model and generating hundreds of leaf images, I found myself drawn to the weird and imperfect ones. They had extra stems and unusual lobes, which I saw as features rather than bugs. These misfit images resonated with me, and I fully appreciate now the AI fingers issue in current models. At that time, I had considered minting a series of unusual maple leaf images as NFTs, but instead decided to create one-off digital prints on fancy paper and gifted them to friends. Some of these leaf images even made it into an AI art book I published in fall of 2022. One of the coolest things about working with image GANs is this ability to interpolate between different points in the latent space. That is, morph from one image to another. I wrote Python code to create a short animated movie called "This Fall Does Not Exist," which slowly transitions between different generated leaves. Accompanied by algorithmically generated music, it was a mesmerizing experience. More recently, I've been exploring Stable Diffusion, training the system using just a handful of my leaf photos. The new images it generated were fascinating, more realistic, but more synthetic at the same time. I can also prompt it to generate anything using my model, and the images take on the DNA of my leaves, vivid reds against charcoal gray backgrounds. Post-layoff, I decided to try to push the boundaries further, incorporating AI art into traditional methods taken from the photographic alt-process world. I made a series of cyanotypes from digital negatives. Though now reduced to monochrome images, the cyanotypes retain the "something isn't quite right" nature of the source, creating intriguing conversations when people experience them in person. There was focus on the art, not the tools. AI systems have inspired me to learn, expand my art, and embrace creative possibilities I wouldn't have explored otherwise. It's disheartening to see these tools and their users dismissed. However, I also recognize the challenge of access and usability for non-technical individuals. I'm excited to see some effort being put into empowering users to train their own models in easy-to-use ways, as hinted to in Adobe's Firefly project, but there is still opportunity space to be explored here. In conclusion, I hope my story sparks some ideas and helps you see the potential of ML tools in your own creative endeavors, perhaps in ways you hadn't considered. Find your own Inspir-AI-tion and embrace the possibilities. Until next time.